Hey, today I'm excited that we're interviewing Agil Nadirov, and he is one of our advisors here at Engels and Völkers. He's fantastic, speaks Russian, Turkish, and English. You get to see what this guy's all about. Stay tuned. What's up, Agil?
Hey, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome, man. Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
Dude, you're like one of the most interesting guys I know, right? Every time
Thank you.
you and I sit down, have a drink or have a cigar or hang out or talk business or whatever, I'm learning more and more and more about you.
Thank you.
So I want you to be able to tell your story here. We want to
I'll
tell
definitely.
our guests, our listeners, about Agil and who Agil is and what drives Agil. All right, sound good?
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
First of all, I really appreciate it that you invite me for interview. And Agil, so I'm from Agil Nadirov from Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, it's right between Asia and Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came to this country in 2010,
Mm-hmm.
and I born middle class family. My dad is an engineer. My mom, she's a doctor, and
That's middle class?
I mean, for us, yeah. I mean, I will
You're
call
a
it.
humble
I will
guy.
call it. Yeah, she's a pediatric. My dad is an engineer.
Wow.
So
Successful people.
thank
man.
you.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Makes
And
sense, yeah.
thank you. And so I graduated. I was actually going to school in my country. I'm going to bachelor degree. I graduated art and culture,
Mm-hmm.
and theory and history of fine art. It's like critic. So, and 2010 I came to United States. I feel like, I've been here. It sounds weird, but I feel like it's so deja vu. Like I've been here. This is the place. I feel like myself in the plate.
Wow.
And then I say, yeah. I mean, you know what? Let's just. I asked my mom, like, Mom, I want to stay. She's like, no, just come back, graduate, and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And all right, I graduated, came back 2011.
It pulled you
Next
back.
year, yes. And then I started my life in here. Like
Yeah.
it was hustling, not easy. It was a lot of stages I passed,
Mm-hmm.
and I just did this to prove that for myself,
Mm-hmm.
that I can do it, and no help from family, neither my dad, neither my mom. So I can do it. I can get it. I think I did it. I don't know.
You think, all right.
I think I did it.
Like the businesses that Agil runs in
Yeah.
a little while, because so many different facets, so many different businesses
Yeah.
that you're involved in, right?
Yeah.
So Agil, how old were you when you moved here? You said 2000.
21.
All right, so 21. You're
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, I was
21.
kid. I was kid. I was actually working down there, huge concert palace. Then I decided to change my life because it was a government job. It was like so strict. I was a 20-year-old kid. It was
That's
like
not you, man.
a lot of a lot of responsibility. I said, you know what? Let me just do the tourism company. I started working with tourism company, and that way I came here,
Mm-hmm.
and I love here.
Were
And
you on the tour bus, like telling people,
no.
over here?
I know. I send the students here to study.
And
And
we're here doing the tour bus.
no, in my country.
Okay.
I was working in a tourism company,
Yeah.
and then I came here with those students.
Okay, got you.
And they were expecting me back. I'm sorry. Now I'm legal. I'm legal now. I'm a citizen now. So
Did anybody use that against you? You might want to take that
too
out.
late. Too late. Too late. So even the immigration officer, I say, was like, "What did you do? You didn't do anything." I say, "Listen, I hustle. I just try to get my goal. Whatever I wanted in a God, I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you, He gave me. You know." And I met a wonderful woman in Rhode Island, and I was actually started from small business. I was like thinking, what am I gonna do? I work in New York. First thing, that was my first destination, the Brooklyn. Anything, any job, like dishwasher, like server, everything, like call it. I just
Good
work
for you.
literally like 15, 16 hours a day, just to get in a point, to get in like, I had two options, to continue my education or to start a business.
Or continue dishwashing. Right?
Three. So, I just did decision that I will do my business because education required a lot of money and all this thing, and I didn't want to use it from my funds from my family, and I didn't want to just say, oh, now you went there, you're asking me the money. They wouldn't. They always support me. They always say like, I'm next to you anytime if you need any help. That's how it was. And then decided came to Providence, started like small helicopters, like toys. Well, maybe most people right now sees me, they might say, oh yes, this dude sold me my kid the helicopter.
Were you selling those in Providence Place Mall?
Yes.
Maybe that's where I know your face from.
Did I sell you the helicopter?
No. I couldn't afford one when you were selling those, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I used to start it.
Wow. On the first floor?
Small kiosk, yeah. Then I sold. I used to work with some of my Jewish friends. I loved them. The creams, like with holding the ladies.
Yeah,
Can I see something?
It's another booth. I was just like,
yes.
it's a tough gig.
Yeah, it is.
Were
but
you successful selling that stuff?
It was very. First, it's me like this. If you're teach me how to fishing.
Yep.
Trust me, I will come with like huge beluga with you to you. Like I said, this is it. Let's cut it up.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like these guys spent their time, month, just teach me. Like,
that's awesome.
And I've been with them like constantly, and they pretend they're a customer, and I just talk to them, and I was like #1 seller after, and then like, oh, that's cool. I used to do like $1,000 a day, and then they just closed because they didn't want to, like the owner didn't want to keep that business. So anyway, since then I always want to have a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to have a restaurant. Let me have it. Let me try it. And successful location came up, which is the River Social.
Yes.
The River Social, very nice area, Diamond.
Beautiful area.
Yeah. So
right in the heart of downtown Providence, River Social, right peering over the river, the Wanasa. How do we say that?
What? The Water Place Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, Water Place. It's like
Water
cobblestone.
Place
Yeah, Water Place Park.
It's
Cobblestone area. That's where
right
it is.
Right at the water fire.
Right.
I mean,
that's where it is.
You got live music out there.
Oh, we just started live music
setting.
Thursday, Friday. Yeah.
Well, how did that spot come up? And you didn't have a restaurant. You were just like, what?
No, I always want to have like a. I'll tell you this. I didn't work for money in my life. I work money to take me certain destination. So I look the money. I never look at the money will be a leash for me.
That's a quote.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's being a money for me leash to just go for money. You never get that money.
Yeah.
I always look at the money. If you go to my house, you'll see like $1 there, $5 there, $3 there. Like I never look at the money like that value. I don't give that value too much. I just love what I do. Mm-hmm. So what you love, and then money comes automatically.
Yeah,
like
100%.
That's what it is. And then this is what dived me there. And I spent crazy money to advertise because this is a good area. But once you get in there, then you know where it is because it's not eye level. You can't find it. Now it's very successful restaurant in one of the downtown restaurant in Providence.
The most successful brunch spot in
all of
downtown.
Thank you.
Everybody brags about your brunch.
It is.
I still need to get there.
You should. Yeah. Try it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've had dinner there, and it's unbelievable.
Believe it or not, I'll tell you that it's so weird. I had I got my license, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, now I got my license because I was start doing the real estate investing. Me and my Mario, I actually want to say, Mario Susi, I love you. He's the best ever. Like this guy is very nice,
solid guy,
very solid guy. I love him.
Successful,
very
real estate agent.
My body, yes, he's
smart.
He is, yep, and he was new in this business, like a couple years, maybe 3 years he joined, and he was new. On my side, in my brain, I love to give opportunity to new people, not just because he's my friend, because if you're new in the business, you want to do the best sometimes, like you want to prove that, yes, I did it, right? And me and him, we got like so nice marriage kind of in the business, sometimes in 2 a.m, like sometimes like early, like 6 a.m, he finds a house, shoots me there. I found it, like sending him the text message. We just hustling for the houses. And me and him, we just did so great. And like as an investor, I was like at that time I was very happy with him.
So you're flipping houses.
Yes.
Mario Susi was.
He finds for me, and I go. He finds for me. I go like that's what it is.
He's finding you a lot of houses.
He sometimes
in a tough market too.
Sometimes I was finding. He's like, where you find this weird situation? Like, wait. I said, listen, you got. I keep my eye on it. He's like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he was sometimes shocked my offers too. Like I just did like that kind of crazy offers. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I know, I can see, I can vision it. And he saw that. Me and him, we learn each other a lot. And then I said, you know what? Now he's like, I'm going to Florida. I'm like, oh my God, now what am I gonna do? And I don't trust. It's like not trust, but I never worked with anyone else. I was like, it's like imagine you getting divorced, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the feeling. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? And I said, you know what? Let me just get my license, and I started do my way, and also not just investing. I love to serve the people because a lot of things I own right now, it's a service business. I own what is it?
The restaurant.
Restaurant. Yep. And
cell phone stores.
Yeah, franchise stores, Fix and Repair and Solaris. They're like a lot of big companies.
7?
6.
6.
Yes.
So you own 6 retail stores.
Retail stores. Not retail, it's service stores. We repair them.
Well, you're
repair
selling cases and
yes,
stuff
yes.
too.
That's like upsell, I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. Mostly we focus on service.
Absolutely.
And I love to serve my clients. Sometimes now I'm this business now. The strangers turns to be a friend.
It's the best, dude.
That's the best thing ever. I love it. It's just I don't know. I mean, it's just way different thing, and I see like sometimes you call on the phone and you talk, and he's like rejecting you, a lot of objection.
Yes.
Then you're coming, explaining what I can do for you.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because it's hard to trust the people right now at this time. It is. It's very hard, but it just. Once they know you, once they follow you, they trust the process. That's all about it. Yeah. If you trust the process, like a buyer or seller, if you trust the process and the agent, you're gonna know from the presentation how he values your. If I don't believe Engels and Völkers, if I don't believe the property that I'm selling, trust me, I won't be successful. That's all about it. We are trusting the product. That's all about it. If you're trusting the product, you're good on that.
100%.
That's what it is.
Well said.
Yeah.
And it's all about, I love it because
I talk too much, huh? I'm sorry.
No. This is what we want. No, we
Sorry.
want you doing most of the talking.
Yeah, thank you.
No need to be sorry about that. This is very good. It's flowing perfect.
Thanks.
Okay. I would tell you if it's not, right? So Agil, so what I gather from everything you're saying is that your favorite part of what you do is basically building rapport, and then once you have that rapport, you're building friendships, relationships.
Exactly.
Now you're able to service people and help them in or out of homes and everything else that you do. But you're also the type of advisor, and this is why we were attracted to working with you as well. We know if you walk someone into a home and that home wasn't right for them, you'd be like, no, you don't want this. You want this other one. Here's why. You're going to give it to people straight.
Exactly. That's what about it. Just a straightforward. Sometimes I'm also with buyers, like agents too. I say, listen, this is my offer right now. It's coming straightforward. Just keep your attention. This is what we are coming from.
Good for you, man.
So that's all about it. And they also, like agents that I work with, the advisors you call like real estate professionals, I work with, they're like, Agil, it's what I like about it. It's just straightforward. It's just no sneak out, no late response. Just tell me what is going on. That's all about it.
There's respect to that.
It is, and I love it. I enjoy it. So
let me ask you something, right? All right. So you've got quite a bit of experience, with travel, with businesses, with languages. You speak a few different languages, right? What languages do you speak?
Russian and Turkish.
Russian and English.
English, yes.
I mean,
I'm trying. I'm like.
You're doing great. Agil, I speak English, right? And And we were just talking about this before we started recording. It's like, I don't know how anybody picks up second and third languages. You're like the Pope. Like the Pope knows all these languages and stuff. It's like, it's pretty crazy. So let me ask you something. With all of that experience and all of that knowledge, I'm still curious, what did you think before you got into real estate? What the typical day for a real estate agent looks like?
I'll tell you this. First, I am very happy with Engels and Völkers. I'm not just because I'm sitting in front of you, in front of the camera.
Thank you,
I'm be straightforward because I'm not going to compare the Engels and Völkers because Engels and Völkers is in that level that there's no way to compare.
Wow.
Any other. This is what I'm feeling because the reason is, believe it or not, when you came to the restaurant, offered me that to be yeah, come join us and I would like to talk to you. I'm like, wow, I mean, and I went there and searched Engels and Völkers. You know, Engels and Völkers, right? Nobody didn't even know Engels and Völkers in Rhode Island. Sometimes I'm saying, I work as Engels and Völkers. Like, Engels what? What do you say? Yeah. Engels what? I'm like, okay, you know what? But now, past 6 months, you and Joe, I'll be honest, like, made it somehow. Now people are realizing Engels and Völkers so, like, in Rhode Island specifically. Boston, New York, you go to like Florida, everybody knows it.
Huge, yeah.
Huge because they already put the name in.
Yeah.
Now it's 6 months, put the name in. That's a lot of success.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, seriously, I really and being part of it, it's awesome.
It's all about having the right people, though.
It is.
We're building a very exclusive team. You know, we've done over 50 interviews, and we didn't invite everybody in.
Yeah. Oh my God, I feel special. Seriously.
We're legit. I mean, I appreciate your sentiment about that, and that means a lot to Joe and I because that's what drives us. Is like we see real estate as a whole, and it's a great community, right?
It is.
We always feel like there's a way to get better and to do things better and to serve our advisors better and serve you know, the consumers better.
Yes.
So, and you've been crushing it. I mean, dude, so you started with a high-end listing on the east side of Providence, which is pretty sweet. You've helped out a buyer already. I mean, did you know going into this, I feel like you did, but did you know you were going to be as successful as you were right off the rip?
I'll be honest, I didn't expect it's going to be that soon, but I still learning in process. Like I love to learn more and more because there's a lot of things that I don't like. I don't say I don't know, like a lot of things that in the aspect and advisors, I'm keep like learning what do you do, what Joe does, like everybody, like what Mike does. So a lot of every open house, every let's say listings, every presentation, I learn something.
Love it. Yeah, we all do.
Yes, it's every day learning something. It's progress, and then day by day, I know that I know better than yesterday. That's all about it. That's the cool thing.
It's a lot to know.
Yeah.
And what? I'm sorry.
So, and to bring those objections to the back to returning with, let's say this is your listing now. This makes like your world. Like it's not about money. It's just like, yes, I did it. It's just I can't even explain that feeling.
Your name, your reputation.
Exactly.
Your heart and soul.
Exactly. Like you're just saying, like you spend your 6.5 hours just for the presentation.
Just to prepare.
Prepare, right? So just to talk, explain who we are, what we do. It's a lot, and then it's not about you gonna go make money. It's about you put your name there, and you know, and then you are because you love what you do. So once you love what you do, the money comes. It
totally does. Tell me, do you know what your name means? I think you explained it to me before. Right? What does your name mean?
My name is Arabic.
Yeah.
My grandfather put it, and it's Agil. It's like smart decision maker. That's how it is.
That makes sense.
That's a smart, like right decision maker.
It's a ridiculously awesome name, bro. Like,
that's what it is.
How about your last name? What's your last name mean?
Last name, it's unique, means Nadir. It's unique. That's what it means.
So you're a unique, smart decision maker.
I don't know. I mean,
right?
Am I? Like, I don't know.
That's pretty cool, man.
That's what it means.
Well, our name is all we have.
Yes.
Right? That's it. That's all we have.
Yeah, it comes after the king of the Persian king. That's a Nadir king. So that's where it's coming. No, I'm not. I don't know.
Maybe it's in your bloodline.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Wow,
I have to check it out.
That's pretty amazing. I wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
where it comes from.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So.
That's pretty crazy. So if you had any advice to give anybody, right? You're an investor, you're a business owner, you're self-employed, you're very motivated, you understand the concepts of team.
Yeah.
If you had any advice to give anybody who might be in a situation right now where maybe they're having a tough time, they're making a big transition, a big move, anything at all, they could be in any part of their life.
In transition to be an agent, like an advisor, like.
I'm gonna leave this one wide open. I'm just saying, you moved countries, you started businesses.
I tell you this.
Learned languages. What advice would you give somebody?
Never scare from risk. If you don't, in my country, they say if you don't risk, you never drink the champagne at end. So you risk it, you make it happen, and cheers. That's what it is, and then that's what it is. Like, so, never scared to do risk, and don't save. Saving, I will say nothing. Is in capitalism, it's never save your money because your money doesn't make nothing. And day by day losing a value, just own an asset. You don't have to own a house, or you don't have to own something. Like, if you, whatever you believe, energy sector, I don't know, food sector, anything, just if you don't put it on your, if you're not gonna invest your money, I'll tell you that. If you're not going to invest your money and putting in, I see now 25, 26-year-old kids has saving account. What? I really don't understand. Why are you saving for? Your time to work hard, invest it.
Right now.
Right? Right now. You can save later. Then that's it. So just, you need to plant the seed now. Then to grow the tree, then get that.
That's an interesting topic. I want to actually ask you a question.
Yeah.
Right? That goes against everything we're taught. But I agree with you. And the most successful and wealthy people have that mindset. But most people don't. What if people are saying you're not saving, Agil? Where do I put my money? What do I do? Where do I put my money to grow wealth?
I'm talking to you, I'm making money right now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
You're talking to me, you're making money right now.
Businesses.
Exactly, because
Assets.
why? You have an asset. Any advisor for your asset, any store for me asset, any restaurant for me an asset, any business, any house I'm renting right now, it's an asset. So all about it. Just if you're not gonna invest it, if you will save your account, trust me, the bank gonna use your money invest to someone else. I'm serious. You know,
This is total fire, bro.
it is what is going on. Like, that's how it is. So I don't like to be honest, I don't say I don't have money in my account, no, but I don't like, when I see something in my account, I'm like, no, I don't want this. I want to put it on, because that's not going to make me something. Sitting there doesn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's my mind is.
Wow, I love that. Now, when you invest in, and you don't have to answer this question or not, but when you're investing in like flip properties, right?
Yes.
Like, do you use OPM? Do you leverage OPM, other people's money, like private lenders?
I do.
To flip, right.
I do.
Right,
I use private lenders too. I use sometimes my own. Sometimes, most of the time, I use the private lenders. Trust me. When I started first flipping, I had it like I invested my own money, like 7,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to.
That's it. That's what I did.
Yeah.
7,000, literally. And then rest of the money, my friends like, are you out of your mind? I went to call the American Express, give me a loan. They gave me a loan, I flipped it, returned it back the loan.
Oh,
Make
your credit up too, right?
Exactly. So
all right.
This is what I did. I always did the crazy risks.
I love the risks, right?
Yeah.
I love the risks. You take risks, you get major rewards.
Yeah. But you got to believe it though.
Yeah, you don't take stupid
Yeah,
risks.
exactly. You got to believe it.
Although, we think, at some points we all take stupid risks, but calculated risks.
Exactly.
Do your research.
Percentage-wise.
Self-educate.
Yep.
Right? What do you think the most powerful education you ever had was?
Powerful education, my mistakes.
All right. Perfect.
My mistakes.
Yeah.
My mistakes. that I had it. I never say my always decision was right. The wrong decisions give me the great education. I had a time that I literally, I don't know, like maybe 8 years ago, I had a like upside down. Like I literally had almost like $40,000 debt. Was 23-year-old kid.
A lot of debt, yeah.
And there's a lot of debt. From that growing up to back, that's completely different. Those mistakes teach me to be patient. Right now, I don't invest to a house because I don't know what's going to happen next. It's just a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
It can be better, it can be worse. No one knows. Fed doesn't even know what's going to happen. So
I think the Fed knows what's going to happen.
I know.
I think they're really
like they're just
printing money like crazy. They know inflation's going to hit. That's a whole nother topic.
Another topic. You're right. But it's just I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm waiting. Like just in the waiting process. 6 months. I never wait this long. But let's see. I will definitely.
So you're not flipping houses right now?
6 months. I hold it.
Wow.
Yes, I'm just waiting to see what is going on because it's just so hot. Sometimes, like, the competition is so hard, and then I'm waiting. Sometimes when I get the right deal, I will jump in. Like,
Yeah.
But right
likewise.
now, But right now, I keep looking at it. If I see the right decision, I'll do it definitely.
Let's talk about that for a second because there's a lot of people that are probably aspiring to be home flippers or that are home flippers, and there's a lot of people that are overbidding on stuff. Okay, we see it all the time, right?
That happens.
We know
a lot.
Like you've got contractors lined up. I've got contractors lined up. I also flip, right? So, are you seeing people overpaying for these flips?
I think so. Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, they're paying a lot of even the wholesalers. I see crazy much amount they're putting on. And what happens, right? Before I used to flip the house in 2 months, the now contractor's so backed up, it takes you 2, 3, 4 months.
Yeah.
And this is what I don't know. It's 2021 for me a little bit like uncertainty, like what is gonna happen end of the year. This is what I'm like. I'm not saying I'm not scaring anybody, but I just don't know what is going on.
Supply costs and whatnot. So Agil, where do you see things potentially going? I know you're in a holding pattern right now for investing for 6 months or so, but what is that 6 months going to tell you? And I mean, wouldn't it be good to take a risk?
So what I'm waiting actually end of the June, the bank's going to send the notifications to the people that never paid their bill and COVID.
And all that
exactly. So this is what I'm waiting right now. What is going to be. If the crash will happen this year. If not, then it's going to keep going. That's what I'm thinking.
Calculated risk, I got you.
Yeah, so this is why I'm waiting. Like, if that happens, it's going to be a lot of houses in the market. So it's going to actually, like, not going to shift. There will be a lot of sellers now. And then we're going to see more inventory, the foreclosures and everything. But most people not want to do that. They might actually go and sell their house quick. Before the foreclosure hits. So that's our job actually to make that happen. Take the stress out from the people that own. Mostly the multi-family, I'm assuming that will happen.
Okay.
And because people are invested, first thing what you will do in that situation, you're trying to save your own house. You're trying to, people that didn't get enough funds, help from government, example, those people that they're gonna do, who has a mom and pop like houses, like they're just renting out, like
like one or two
properties. Yes.
Yeah, they're managing it themselves.
First thing they will do, they pay their own mortgage, and the second, it will come up. The priority is their own house.
Sure.
And then now I think if that happens, I will see a lot of multifamilies.
Gotcha.
So because those investment property, they were gonna get rid of it. Just didn't happen.
Yep.
But I just don't know how it's gonna be.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
Very interesting take.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think that's pretty smart. So do you feel that would affect the single family market?
Not as much as as I said, the multifamily. Okay. Because first thing, you want to save your own house, pay the bills and catch up with mortgage and stuff. But now if there is a lot of houses still not paying a rent, the tenants doesn't pay the rent.
That's the problem.
That brings a lot of stress to owners, and that just own 1 or 2 houses, trying to get extra income, thinking that's their retirement or something. Those houses can able to burn, I will say, like financially, and can come up the market quicker than single family. That's what I'm seeing.
That makes sense, absolutely. And inventory.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know, but inventory is still very low for multifamily.
Right.
So let's just say there is a slew of sellers that come on the market. We're like roughly 4 million properties short for the demand out there across the country.
That level always going to stay there.
You think the shortness is always going to stay, the shortness of inventory is always going to stay there?
On the you saying the $4 million houses?
No.
Sorry.
I'm saying, no, that's okay. I should clarify. There's 4 million, we are 4 million homes in total short of the supply that's needed.
Okay.
So the demand and the supply is much lower than what the demand is. And from what I understand is that demand is going to continue to increase over the next several years because the age of millennials becoming home buyers is increasing.
Okay.
And then also baby boomers downsizing that number is increasing. So
right.
Gen X as well. So they're going after the same kind of real estate, the same kind of price tags and all that stuff. So it's ultra competitive. So what I'm saying is with that lack of inventory, even if stuff hit the market, foreclosures or stuff like that, do you think there would be enough of them to affect the market to bring prices down?
So what I'm thinking is going to happen, so those, as I say, the properties that the foreclosures, it's going to bring to the certain level, but I don't think it's going to be crazy like open market or just gonna shift crazy to the buyers.
Yeah.
I don't think that can happen that quick. But why this happen, like a lot of people like just buy a lot of just burst in the real estate market. The reason that happened, people got PPP loans. A lot of people got it, like business owners. I'll say some people I know, they have like 8-9 businesses. Imagine 8-9 businesses, you getting PPP loans, you're getting a lot of like funds or state funds, all this. So a lot of junk of money in their hand. So they thinking, all right, you know what, I'll pay in a year. It's 1%. If I didn't pay, I'll pay later. Or the loans, let's say SBA loans. The SBA never give that much loan this is a record loan that happened, right?
Billions and billions.
Exactly. So those loans, it's starting recurring back in June 1st. They have to pay. They're starting the payments for the loan. Now we're gonna see shifting goes, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be crazy. The reason is demand's still there. People want to buy a house, and population increase. And demographic changes, relocations happen, and what I see, suburbanization happens more than before. Used to people go to the city, right? And we have beautiful, wonderful city, Providence, but most people, the people live in Cranston, Johnston, or Warwick, they don't come Providence that much anymore as before. Yes, suburbs. It's just that they're like hanging out where it is. So what happens? People are less interested in the city. This is what I'm seeing, and price will change. Again, I'm not analyzer like that financial, but I will say it will be inventory. That's for sure. It's not gonna be shorted unless we're gonna see another pandemic. I hope not.
Yeah. No,
right?
Yeah, I hope not either. I mean, if that happens, who knows?
Right.
All bets are off. But then again, nobody thought that things would happen the way they did.
Yes.
Which is just crazy what happened. So I noticed now, so one of the wonderful things about being part of Engels and Völkers is that we're connected with 950 plus shops all over the globe, right? So there's often times where we get to talk with advisors from New York City, from Madrid, from anywhere.
One app, just to text it.
It's great, right? So, and I was speaking with my friend Dolly from New York City, and she was saying that New York was just like vacant. It was crazy, so vacant, right? And Boston too. My friend Keith Shirley, the broker owner of Engel and Völkers out in Boston, and he's like, everything was dead. It was vacant, but people are now starting to migrate back to the cities. But I do agree with you that I think people are also more intrigued with the suburbs now, and they're seeing that they can work from home, and I do see a lot more building happening there and a lot more growth in those areas. So I think that really the hot ticket items to focus on in real estate, you're right, is going to be those towns, the rural areas like West Greenwich in Rhode Island, Exeter in Rhode Island.
Exactly.
Those are some Foster, Rhode Island. There's land available there, and those are the hot spots. Those are the future hot spots.
We actually have a nice land in Charlestown that's ready for suburbanization.
Beautiful
Yeah, I
spot.
love that place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 24 lots, ready to be, pretty much ready to be built. Courtney Battello, the
Courtney
team,
yeah.
she's in charge of that.
She's awesome.
That
Yeah.
She is, absolutely. And it's priced ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
She's gonna get rid of that one. I know it. So cool. So Agil, any final words, anything that you'd like to say?
I just would like to say to investors, again, just always do the smart invest. Always, I will say, don't rush to overbeat anything. Just make sure that that house value for that much money, because you might go up that much high that not gonna appraise. And another thing is for the home buyers, I would like to let them know too, don't scare to buy or not to buy, don't scare to buy the house, because don't think that you're buying crazy expensive. If you even offering, or let's say your offer is coming so high, there's an appraiser. That's everything under control, I will say. There's an appraiser, unless you're gonna waive the appraising.
So if you put your contract subject to home coming in at or above appraised value, if the house
once you do that, it's fine.
By the bank, then you can go back and actually renegotiate.
That, yes. So that's why.
Or pull out and get your deposit.
Exactly. So there's always the way to do all those things. So that's why there's no problem. Just again, just do the smart decision on that. Don't rush to buy something, or don't wait too long either, because if you're not gonna get it, someone else will get it for sure.
Yeah, solid advice, man.
Yeah.
I had an awesome time interviewing
Thank
you, man. It's great. So proud of
Thank
what
you.
you're doing and who you are as a friend, as a person, and all that stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate
so
it. Thank you, brother. Thank you.